Going with your kids to Disneyland Paris is one of the most magical things ever. It's probably a fantasy of yours. You have wondered about how it will be. You'll see those kids be wondered wherever they go. They'll see a lot of new things, and that is also really enjoyable as a parent. But always there's a but. How do you make sure to get things to go to be as smooth as possible, and what to expect when you're going to Disneyland Paris with your kids? We have the tips, so stay tuned and find out with us. Hi, my name is Marike from Magical Vacation Guide, and I am here to help you to get the most out of your Disneyland Paris vacation. In this video, we're going to talk about how to make your vacation with young kids to go as smooth as possible and to make the most out of it, how to see your kids be most enjoyed and you are not falling behind as a parent. So we're going to talk about attractions, about characters, about entertainment, and I'm going to give you some tips. Our last tip is one where you can skip the line as a parent. So check it out until the end. First, I'm going to give you some intel on the attractions. When you're going to Disneyland Paris, of course you need to go to the attractions. If you haven't been in any attractions when going to Disneyland Paris, have you been to Disneyland Paris at all? But when you're having young kids, you may have some struggles finding the right attractions. Well, your first reference point is to go to Fantasyland. Fantasyland is your starting point. They have all these amazing attractions for young kids. You have two kinds of categories that I want to talk to you about. You have from the ages to 0 till 3 and from 4 till 9. Give and take. It mostly depends on the length and what they're ready for, but those are the two main categories. So 1 to 3, you have amazing attractions like Alice's Labyrinth, Mickey's PhilharMagic, you have the Snow White attractions, Peter Pan's Flight, and from 4 to 9 you can get a little bit more into the thrill rides. Think about Crush Coaster in Walt Disney Studios, Web Slingers, Buzz Lightyear, Autopia and Discoveryland. Check the Disneyland Paris app or website to check out the minimum lengths, and always communicate with your children what they really want, because if you're pushing them into an attraction that they're not ready for, they might end up being scared for a really long time. So always communicate and listen to what they say and check out those minimum lengths, and always listen to cast members. If they say they're too short, unfortunately they're too short, and then you have a reason to come back next year. Also, a great way to entertain your kids and to entertain yourself are shows and entertainment. They are the key to a Disneyland Paris vacation, and they're so much fun. And Disney shows are mostly of really great quality. You have all these kinds of shows. The shows that are mostly running throughout the year are Lion King and the Rhythm of the Pride Lands, which you can watch in Frontierland Theater, just behind Big Thunder Mountain. You have Mickey and the Magician in Walt Disney Studios, Disney Junior Dream Factory, also in Walt Disney Studios, which is a really great and underrated show. We as adults have watched it, and we don't have kids, but it is quite the enjoyable show, so go check those out. You also have the shows here on Central Plaza. Think of the parade and shows on Central Plaza like Dream and Shine Brighter, and they also have a lot of seasonal shows. Especially when you're going in the Christmas season, they mostly have shows that are Christmassy themed. You also have Halloween shows, and also what is really amazing for kids, I also really enjoy that too. If you're going to the park really early, just with rope drop, on the train station you'll see Mickey and Minnie Mouse welcoming their guests. You can take a picture. Well, you cannot take a picture with them, but you can take a picture and they'll wave and you can scream Mickey, Mickey, and they'll probably just like, oh, it's really nice. With talking about characters is entertainment on its own. you can get a lot of pictures with characters. So where can you find these characters? You can find these characters all over the Disneyland Paris app, mostly with their times. Most characters are here until I think like between 10 and 3 p.m.-ish, like 10 a.m. and 3 p.m.-ish. So do that in time. If you want to see Mickey Mouse or the princess, you can go to Mickey Mouse in Fantasyland or the Princess Pavilion, also in Fantasyland. But be aware, they are very popular and you'll probably wait for over an hour. Do you want to see more characters at once? Book a character dining. Here at Central Plaza you have Plaza Gardens where you can meet Mickey and his friends, or in Fantasyland you have Cendrillon, Auberge de Cendrillon, where you can meet several Disney princesses. So what is the concept? You just sit down, enjoy your dinner, and the characters will come to you and they will interact with you while they're like, you know, the princesses will talk to you and you also, Mickey Mouse doesn't really, but they will interact with you in some kind of way. You can talk to them and they will be happy and you can take a picture with them, you can get their autograph. So that is a really nice tip if you want to spend your time here in Disneyland Paris with waiting for like Winnie the Pooh, who isn't not in a character dining, or waiting in line for Mickey Mouse or the Princess Pavilion for over 1 or 2 hours, and you can focus on the entertainment or the attractions. It's a really good tip. It's a little bit more expensive, so keep that in mind. But time is money, right? Especially in Disney. If you want to see those characters, we have a great memory tip for you. All over the Disney shops, you can get your autograph book. An autograph book, an autograph book. We have tons of them at home. So when you go to a character meet and greet, you can take a picture with them and you can ask their autograph. So what the autograph book is that it's on one side, you have a picture, and on the other side, you have an autograph. So you'll actually have a photo book with all the autographs, which is really amazing if you look at it a few years later. You can get also like maybe back from home and from the Primark, you can get your own notepad or something. But the autograph books are something different. As I said, they're more like a photograph book with an autograph side, and they're all Disney themed, and they have all these kinds of different designs depending on the season. You can also buy a pen with that. But if you want one tip from me, bring a Sharpie or marker from home, because those pens are not really easy to hold and they're not as clear. So bring a Sharpie or a marker from home. We just found this book here in Emporium. And it's really nice. It's my Disneyland Paris travel notebook where you have all these challenges and questions. My trip to get here was from a mysterious land nearby, by train, by car. All started with farming, thermometer. I was wearing my usual Mickey and Minnie eyes and photos and a quiz and all these kind of challenges. It's like a little Disneyland Paris workbook. I don't know how expensive it is, but it's nice. We would also like to share a couple of services that Disney offers for parents with young children going to Disneyland Paris. You can rent a stroller here behind me on Town Square in Disneyland Park, or just before Studio One in Walt Disney Studios, you can rent a stroller. Renting a stroller costs 25 euros per day, and you have to give a 70 euro deposit in cash or card. But honestly, those strollers don't really look comfortable to me. They're kind of hard. So I would recommend bringing your own stroller and do it, because kids, while they may at home walk just fine and just do it, but Disneyland Paris is just something else. You have to walk like 10-20,000 steps a day, so they will get tired. So bring the stroller when you're doubting whether I should not or I should, just bring it. But in case you forgot, or something like, my kids are not gonna do this, you can rent a stroller here at Disney. And the best thing about this is that when you rent a stroller, you can take the strollers outside the park. But if you rent a stroller, for example, in Disneyland Park, you can return the stroller and you can get like a ticket. So when you switch to Walt Disney Studios, you can give the ticket to the stroller rental in Walt Disney Studios Park and they will give you another. So you don't have to pay twice, you only pay once a day, but you can't bring the strollers outside. So don't panic, you only pay once a day. Also, other services that Disneyland offers is a baby center. You can find that on Central Plaza near Plaza Gardens restaurant. You can breastfeed your baby, you can buy necessary supplies like sunscreen or diapers, and you can take care of your baby. On almost every toilet and every restaurant you can find these tables where you can clean your baby or child and changing its diaper. Also, a service that Disneyland Paris offers in restaurants is a bottle heater or microwave to heat that bottle in. Disneyland Paris also offers a various amount of children's menu at a reduced price. Well, reduced, it is less than an adult's price and they mostly have a little bit theme. Disneyland Paris is really into getting healthy, so you probably get like something with fruit or juice just to keep that kid up and keep that energy up. And sometimes you also can find like Mickey shaped things. For example, in Haiti's Pizza Outpost, they have this Mickey shaped pizza. Do you want to have an extra magical birthday while your child is celebrating his birthday or you are celebrating your birthday? Get a Mickey birthday cake for 35 euros for 8 persons. Also, in most hotels on Disney property, Disneyland Paris hotels or partner hotels, you can get a kids cot upon request. It is mostly free. If you go on hotels a little bit outside the area, you will pay a small fee. But in most partner hotels and Disney hotels, it is free upon request and availability. And now for the tip you probably have all been waiting for since the beginning of the video: how to skip the line as a parent. Well, skip the line, it may be exaggerating, but you can go onto that thrill attraction if you like. For example, Big Thunder Mountain or Hyperspace Mountain without waiting 2 times. We know this, and everyone we have said to this to was acting surprised. At work, people mostly ask us for like, hey, you know a lot about Disney. Can you give us some tips? We're going to Disneyland Paris next month or next week. And we usually say this tip when they have young children. And they're always acting surprised, like, is that possible? It is. And I'm going to tell you what it is. It is called the parent switch. It is where one parent or supervisor stays with the kids outside the line. So the other parent goes into that line. They wait into that line of that attraction they want one time. At the exit, so the parent has done that ride while the other parent has stayed outside. At the exit, that parent that has ridden the ride, the parent who did the ride can ask for a parent switch card. He can give that to the other parent and the other parent can go through the exit. So you always have someone to supervise your children, even if they are not eligible or don't dare to do that attraction, and you only have to wait one time. That's the golden tip for parents that most parents don't know. So go use that. Now you are fully prepared to go to Disneyland Paris with your young kids. You can now enjoy all the attractions and shows and entertainment that Disneyland Paris has to offer you and your children. So use those tips because it will give them the most magical time and will give you also a really magical time just enjoying how they wonder about the magic of Disneyland Paris, and they will keep your memories. And maybe you're saying like they're too young to remember. Well, it is also for the parents. Parents also enjoy loving their kids enjoy. So use those tips and services that we have given you to make the most out of your Disneyland Paris vacation with young children. We want to say thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and if you like content like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel. You would honestly make our day, and it is completely free. Do you want to know more or stay in contact with us or ask a question just on this video? Comment it down below or contact us on our social media or through our website, and we will gladly answer all the questions you have. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you in another video. Bye bye.